Hey awesome people, my name is Jayce. So I will be talking about 5 unsolved cases here in the Philippines. You guys might be familiar with the stories that I'll be sharing, but if not, good. Before we start, please don't forget to click the like button and the notification bell button so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And without further ado, let's proceed. Top 5 unsolved mysteries in the Philippines. A couple of days ago, talagang nag-research ako deep down the internet about informations about this case and that. Just in case may masabi man akong mali or misinformation, please correct me if I'm wrong. Because I got all of the information through the internet, through watching videos, through reading articles. The point of this video is to give you guys knowledge or information about the things that happened before. I did not create this video to scare you guys. So all I want you guys to do is to sit down, grab something to eat or something to drink, and relax. So, let's start with the first case, shall we? The murder of Lucila Lalu, the first chop-chop case in the country. One of the crimes that captured the attention of the Filipinos was the gruesome murder of the chop-chop lady. Her body was dismembered before it was thrown away. Okay, who the hell is Lucila Lalu? She was 28 years old when she left Pampanga to seek fortune in Manila, worked as a waitress in a small bar. She learned to save up money until she's able to have her own establishment, Lucy's House of Beauty and Pagoda Restaurant and Nightclub. But one day, she went missing. So basically, everyone has not heard any news about her, not even her family, not even her friends. Walang nakakalam kung nasaan siya. Pero her family or her friends thought na she was just dating someone else secretly kasi it was an open secret na was dating a lot of guys secretly. On May 28 of 1976, police officers found human body parts, a woman's pair of legs cut in 4 pieces, wrapped with a newspaper. The newspaper was dated May 14 of the same year. Her legs were found in a garbage can along the street of Santa Cruz. The garbage collector who found the body parts said that they were cold. Also noticed that the toes were well pedicured. The following day, a torso with arms was found along EDSA near the Guadalupe Bridge, also wrapped on a newspaper dated May 23. And please take note that the police officers found the human body parts on May 28. So it was confirmed that it was Lucila's body, whose fingerprints were on file when she applied for a police clearance back when she had just arrived in Manila. An autopsy revealed that she was 1 month pregnant at the time of her death. Homicide investigators said that whoever was in charge of killing Lucila was someone skilled with a knife or have some sort of medical knowledge because the body parts were expertly cut. Na-mention din sa ibang reports na her body was frozen and it was scattered all across Manila. And the police officers started looking for someone who has access with a huge freezer and an automobile. Pretty sure we have the same question right now. Who killed Lucila Lalu? Like what I have mentioned earlier in this video, na nag-research talaga ako for informations for culprits and for, to connect the dots kung sino talaga ang pumatay kay Lucila Lalu. Special thanks to the internet because we got some suspects right here. But most of the suspects I found were Lucila's lovers. Okay, let's start with suspect number 1, Florante Relos. He's a 19-year-old waiter at the Pagoda whom Lucila had supported. But according to Florante, he was drinking with his friends when the murder happened. And he also stated that he did not have any motive to kill Lucila. Okay, according to the cashier of the Pagoda restaurant, Lucila had already broken up with Florante. And also, according to some witnesses, they saw her being dragged by Florante and his friends into a taxi in front of the parlor. That is according to some witnesses, okay? Okay, but according to the cashier, they broke up already. And when the murder has happened, Florante was drinking with his friends. What do you guys think of that? Suspect number 2, Añano de Vera, Lucila's common-law husband for 7 years. By the time that they were together, most people know that they fight a lot, they argue a lot. Okay, Añano claimed that they had dinner together in the beauty parlor at around 6 p.m. Then he left immediately. According to some witnesses, around the time when Añano left, they saw Lucila sleeping. But police could not find direct evidence connecting the patrolman to the crime. Now for our third suspect, Jose Luis Santiano, the last suspect who came forward because of his guilty conscience. 28-year-old dentistry student when news broke out that a son of a retired PC colonel confessed in his own handwritten statement that he experienced a mental blackout, but remembering strangling Lucila to her death. He said that Lucila had tried to seduce him, and that when he refused. This was when Jose Luis lost his mind and killed her. In his testimony, he even mentioned disposing of the head in Diliman, Quezon City, and carrying parts of the body in paper bags and boxes while commuting in taxis and jeepneys. Police later found traces of dried blood underneath Jose Luis's bed, where he said he kept the body before disposing it. It was never mentioned in old news reports if the head was ever found. The police insisted that Jose did it, since they found a hammer with bloodstains in the mezzanine, as well as the knife and razors in his initial testimony. 28-year-old dental student Jose Luis, who many believed was just a fall guy. After 4 decades of searching, Lucila Lalu's murder case remains unsolved. Oh well, let's move on to the second case. A Facebook user by the name Vincent Andy Magnaye recently uploaded a video of strange trumpet-like sounds coming from the sky. Vincent discovered videos of very familiar sounds recorded in different parts of the world. To this day, experts have yet to offer a clear explanation on the cause of the phenomenon. However, they do agree that the sounds are very much a real occurrence. The mysterious case of Amo Mongo. So these are basically like the Sasquatch or Bigfoot version of the Philippines. In 2008, there have been reports of a creature terrorizing the residents and animals of Barangay Sag-ang in Negros Occidental. According to separate reports from Elias Galvez and Salvador Aguilar, they were walking around town at night when they were attacked by a hairy creature with long nails. They were reportedly treated for scratches on their face, abdomen, and back. Residents have been careful not to roam around the barangay at night, despite the creature being called and described as having ape-like characteristics. There are no known apes native in the Philippines. Now let's proceed to case number 4, the case of Pepsi Paloma. Delia Duenas Smith, better known as Pepsi Paloma, was a Filipino-American dancer and actress in the Philippines. She was born on March 11th of 1966. She was raised by a single mother and turns out to be the family's breadwinner. Pepsi gained notoriety for going nude in a film. She was one of the popular soft drinks beauties introduced in the 1980s along with Sarcy Emanuel and Coca Nicolas. On June 1982, Pepsi made appearance at a comedy show which starred Vic Soto, Joey De Leon, and Ricardo Reyes. After taping, she claimed that she was drugged and abused by the hosts. Hosts denied and claimed it as a gimmick for publicity. But months later, the trio made an apology. "We ask you to find in your heart to pardon us for the wrong which we have done against you." But later on, drugs and rumors will be Pepsi's problem. On May 1985, Pepsi was found dead at the age of 19. She was found hanging in her closet, but there were clues of foul play. Nung nakita nila yung body ni Pepsi, they saw a note that says, "This is a crazy planet." But recently, Tito Soto, the senator of that time, and the brother of Vic Soto, who is the host of the comedy show, asked to take down articles on Pepsi's rape and deaths which he claims fake news.
Yes, and that disinformation...
Original fake news. Yung mga original fake news.
And that disinformation was elevated when you actually brought in the issue again, asking Inquirer to take it down as an article. Did that actually help you, or did it settle the noise? Or
perhaps it helped in settling the noise because it's fake news. What business does it have in a real, looked up newspaper?
Mm-hmm. So those articles are no longer accessible. This is actually I know this case now. I know this Pepsi Paloma case for so long. Like, I also asked a lot of people about this, and this was a talk of town daw before. Talagang mafe-feel natin kung gaano ka-fucked up ang justice system ng Philippines. Oh well, Let's proceed with the last unsolved mystery. Yamashita's treasure. Tomoyuki Yamashita was a Japanese general of the Imperial Japanese Army during the World War II. Japanese General Tomoyuki Yamashita has originally planned to hide his treasures in the Philippines before transferring it to Japan through warships the moment American forces take over. But before he was able to transfer the said treasure, the general was executed. Speculations about the treasure emerged, some even doubting the existence of such. Rico Jose, University of the Philippines professor, said that the Philippines was no longer controlled by Japan in the 1943, saying that bringing in something valuable given that the Americans were most probably to take over is nonsense. Filipino hunter Roger Rojas believed that he discovered a part of Yamashita's treasure in Baguio, and it is confirmed by former First Lady Imelda Marcos that late President Ferdinand Marcos used and sold gold treasures for the country's survival in 1960s and 1970s. There is still no further confirmation whether Yamashita treasure really exists in the country. So those are my top 5 unsolved cases here in the Philippines. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I want to remind you guys again that my intention of creating this video is to give you guys knowledge about the unsolved cases here in the Philippines. I did not make this video to scare you guys or something, but I just want to give you guys some knowledge about the Philippine cases, unsolved cases in the Philippines that happened years ago. Before I end this video, I would like to give a special shout out to my best friend Joaquin for this video idea. If you guys have any stories or ideas that I could talk about for my next top 5 videos, just leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel because I upload videos every Sundays at 5 p.m. Thank you guys so much for watching, and always keep in your mind that it's nice to be awesome and it's awesome to be nice.